Sorry. All right, you guys, we're recording. Welcome to week 2 of 10 to the Top Freedom Friday. Host is Danielle Russo-Slew with my co-host, who's in the middle of a meeting, Heidi Burkemper. How do you like that? It's great to see everybody on Friday morning, and the intention of these calls is to make sure the team is all super comfortable explaining the compensation plan we have so generously with Isagenix. So just a quick review. Last week, on week 1, we went over the product introductory bonuses. You'll hear us refer to them as the PIPs, P-I-Bs. And okay, Jordan's chatting over there. Good. Hey, Jordan. Yeah, so you guys, the very first thing that you would get, your new person who is putting the Isagenix in their body, the very first reward for sharing is going to be that PIB, that PIB. So we wanted to go inside, outside, dissect it, make sure you understand everything about the PIB. Because if you're sitting with someone and you're gonna, eat it, love it, share it, and you're sharing the Isagenix with them, but also you wanna share that is the very first thing Isagenix will reward them. We call it that referral bonus, or learning how to eat for free, and we went over all of that verbiage. So if you missed that last week, and there's any part about PIBs that you're uncomfortable with, or if you met me this afternoon and we just decided to chat in a cafe like Heidi, you couldn't explain it inside, outside, backwards, forwards. Got it? Okay, awesome. If you want to review or you want to hear a recording, you would go to theisadreamteam.com. You'd go to the calendar and you go to last week's Friday. It was January something, I don't know, 26 or 25 or whatever Friday was. And you would click on the link there. So obviously that's past and you missed it. But what Heidi's done is put the recording right there. So if you have a new person starting, let's say, for example, this week, and you want to back up the bus and make them listen to everything you ever wanted to know about the PIB, because that would be the first thing she would be explaining to her mom and her sister, her 2 new buddies, you would put her there. Does someone have a quick question? No? Okay. I have a very bad echo, you guys. Can you guys all mute yourselves? Can we go ahead and mute? I've got people on phone lines, 845 and 973. I'm going to mute you guys, okay? Awesome. Just because, and Christy, you're not muted, and, okay, Lauren is muted. No, Christy, I'm going to mute Christy. Okay, good. I think that took care of the echo, you guys. Okay, perfect. So now, perfect, thank you. Sounds better, right? Good. All right, so today's topic, the very next thing that's gonna happen, right? We wanna layer these things on top of each other. The rewards, we're gonna explain to people that Isagenix has what's called upfront bonuses. So the next group of upfront bonuses, which is going to follow you throughout your build, whether this is just eat for free, whether it's building a little bit more to part-time income, or whether it's building really to the full-time income, and then also, kind of being that global entrepreneur, building all the way up to really and truly creating wealth for your family. You're going to follow what's called our rank advancement bonuses. And for short, we have the acronym RAB, rank advancement bonuses. So let's go to the rank advancement bonus chart, you guys, and I'll just put it up here. Everybody can see that? You want to just quickly give me a quick thumbs up? Although I can't see anything now. Okay, I hope you can see that. The very first one we're going to do is when we help someone, I explain it to people as I'm drawing out the U plus 2, the them plus 2, the they share, the you share, and then they share. When I do that, I say to somebody, see, you came in as an associate. You just opened a wholesale account so you could shop at the cheapest prices like me. But since you have your 2 buddies, Isagenix is going to give you another bonus. And that's just moving from an associate, and I draw a little arrow up and I write consultant, right? So that's at my top of my paper. If I'm going to draw out the U plus 2, them plus 2. So when I have this paper next to it, I would be checking this little box. Like, you got this consultant bonus right here, $50, okay? Easy peasy. You've got your 2 buddies. you made your first little rank advancement, and you ranked advanced to consultant. Super duper easy. So that's how we're gonna get that. And that's just some of the verbiage I use. And when we unmute the lines, I'll ask you guys to kind of give me some feedback. If there's other verbiage that you use, if there are other little sayings that you say, because certainly I'm not the end all be all. I'm learning this from everybody else, and over the years, just picking up here and there. The next thing you want to do, and to sit down and explain to somebody later today, so you need to have a great understanding of it, is what's next on the rank advancement bonus list. So you also want to I always mention that Isagenix rewards people for urgency. So when you're urgent and you could have kind of tripped over your husband in the kitchen, but if you really found your sister in the same week and Isagenix is rewarding you for that urgency, you're going to get that double PIB, right? So that was last week. Now I'm going to explain to them, continuing on that path and creating this little cleansing group of people in your family. Maybe your husband's got his 2 friends at work, and maybe your sister's got 2 ladies in her neighborhood. So what's that is going to help you get closer to, and again, with urgency, Isagenix says, gee, in 60 days from the time you're getting your account open, we'd like to give you $250 as an extra bonus. Okay, guys? So that's how I would explain how to do that. You plus 2, them plus 2. It's showing somebody with that urgency and that deadline, they can grab that $250. And then I'll say, but wait, there's more. On the way up to the $250, we're also going to get some bonuses for developing those consultants. So as you help your husband with his 2 colleagues at work, and you may have gotten on the phone with them, or you may have done a quick little Zoom with them, or you maybe stopped in for lunch and explained it to them on their lunch hour, you're going to be rewarded with another upfront bonus of the $100. And that's down here, this consultant development program. That's where each time we help somebody find their 2 accountability buddies, we're going to do that U plus 2 and create those little groups of 3. You're going to receive another $100 on the upfront bonus side. So Isagenix has created these 2 mechanisms, the PIB as we went over last week, and the RABs to help reward us in the beginning for that behavior of sharing and sharing generously. So this is all before we get to commission. So I'll say just hold on one second with the commission. The commission is very generous also, but I'll just keep the conversation showing somebody how they're going to go to earn their first $50 for the consultant, how they're going to teach, for example, the husband and the sister to earn their $50 consultant bonuses, and in turn, you're going to earn $450. 100 for building your husband, that's this 100 down here, developing him as a consultant, a 100 for developing your sister as a consultant, and then bang, $250 by doing it with urgency in the first 60 days. So I hope that's crystal clear, okay? As we move forward, we're going to then have to explain a little bit more about the 6% compensation, okay, and the commission and the cycles. Because in order for someone now to move into, if they're ready and you're noticing that their ears are open and they're ready for more and they're like, this is great, tell me more, you can go forward and explain now how we're going to get into these cycle bonuses. But honestly, I would even just hold off on that and let's just follow the chart. So if I was the person who was, going to explain this today to Jordan, I might say, so now my husband's a consultant, my sister's a consultant. I've helped them do that little process of learning how to eat for free. If I continue to do that, and I'm building 4 more consultants for a total of 6, again, with urgency, Isagenix is going to reward me with this $750, and that's Crystal Director. So this whole time, you guys, what I'm doing is I'm creating a larger consumer network. In the beginning, my network is me plus 1 on each side, 2 people. And it's not a very big network, right? Then I have me plus my 2 people and their 2 people. Okay, so I've got 3 on this side, 3 on that, me plus 6. That's 7 people. Not that big of a network, right? But when I'm getting up to Crystal Director and I keep following this whole, I can teach people how to do U+2, Isagenix is going to continue to reward me for that behavior in these upfront bonuses. So as I go from 6 consultants up to 10, and I'm going executive, which is really where we all as a team and as a group, it's tons of the top. We want to teach people the tons of the top. We don't want to hang out at director forever. We want to teach people, if you can build 6, you can build 7. If you could build 7, you could build 8. If you could teach 1 person how to go consultant, you could teach 10 people how to go consultant. It's just, again, it's that deck of cards, right? How many times are you going to flip over? If I was shuffling a deck of cards and I was dealing a deck of cards, I could deal 1 and then another one. Or Jordan could say to me, Danielle, I want to do this. I need to learn this. Let's go. I've got people I want to talk to. And I could be helping her talk and have those conversations and dealing faster and faster. The faster you do it, Isagenix is going to reward you with these bonuses. And then they're super crazy generous because they keep resetting it to make sure that the product users who needed to try the products for a while can kind of get themselves in gear and then say, okay, now I'm really a sharer. Okay, so we get this $1,000. But wait, it's not $1,000 because what it actually is $1,400, guys, right? Because we're going to build 4 more consultants on the left, on the right, on the left, on the right. Imagine in your mind, I have the roadmap to Crystal Executive in front of us, right? But I don't want to take this off the screen right now. So it's not just the 1,000 you see here. In order to get from the 750 to the 1,000, you're going to actually earn $1,400. Okay, because you're building those, you have these hundreds for developing the next 4 consultants. So don't miss those hundreds, you guys. Those are part of your compensation. And again, I just remind you, if you haven't been on some of my other Freedom Fridays, I treat this as if, imagine you're working for a company and they tell you that you have 3 weeks vacation, but you weren't listening when you went into human resources to get all your benefits, and you just got the health insurance, but you didn't even know about the vacation, so you just never took it and you worked 52 weeks straight. I mean, hello, who would do that? But many of us are operating in Isagenix, and we're not taking the 3 weeks vacation. Like, you're just not even taking part of the compensation, right? You want to get that part of the compensation. You deserve it. If you're building this as a business, you deserve it. So get those other hundreds. I mean, I'm maxed out. Heidi's maxed out. You know, a lot of us here are already built 20 and we've already earned all of these hundreds. Like, you know, you want to get those. So as you do, then your organization is going to become stronger. And let's pull this up here, you guys, so that we can, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, and you guys all know that Google is your friend, so you can do roadmap to Crystal Executive. Isagenix will come right up for me. It should. Here we go. So there's our 50 rank advancement bonus right there in the center. When I have my U+2, then +2, there's my 250. And if I was sitting with someone who wanted to learn this, I'd have all of this printed out and we'd go through it together. So they would check off that you would get the 750. And again, reiterating that the hundreds are yours along the way. Here's the full consultant, the full Crystal Executive map. 5 on the left, 5 on the right. You've earned all of these hundreds on the way up. And that's why when we get to building 6 consultants, we're actually looking at the next $1,400, 100, 200, 300, 400 plus the 1,000. Okay, guys? So that's where I'm going with that 1,400. Now, of course, mentioning again that we've got to do it within a time frame. And now we can talk a little bit, when someone has that structure in their mind, we can talk more about the 5-cycle bonus, the 1-star, the 2-star, the 3-star, and what does that really mean? So what I'll do is I'll take a separate sheet of paper and I'll have them write down exactly what I'm saying. We cycle for commission. One cycle equals 900 BV. 6% of 900 BV is 54. So every time your team creates 900, we're going to cycle one time, and we're going to create, the tree is going to spit out $54. So you're thinking about how many times can your tree from the right and the left spit out another $54. You want to be sleeping at night and spitting out $54 each time, okay? Cycling in your sleep. So I'll say to somebody, you know, oftentimes you are going to see what happens when you're here. And my husband's got his two buddies from work, and my sister's got her two neighbors on the right side, but maybe this neighbor's having a lot of success and she enrolls her hairdresser. And all of a sudden, your right side starts to just grow more than just that U+2. And then maybe you've got a third person that wants to jump on board and wants to do it, and has kind of heard that your sister and your husband are feeling great and losing weight, having more energy. So you put a third person. So we may, if we can do it with urgency, we may be able to create 5 cycles. And that's where we're going. As long as you were a consultant the week prior, if your team on the right and the left can create enough of that 900 BV volume, and of course I'll have them write down in the side of that 300, 600, or 600, 300, vice versa, you will create a situation where we've cycled 5 times. You're going to need to have, you know, a bunch of activity, of course, right? And the 5 cycle bonus, it will be paid out 250 and 250 when you hit it the first week and you hit it the second week. Okay, guys? So it's not 500 at once. And of course, you know, this may be way more information than the person that you're sitting with needs to know all at once, right? However, I just want to make sure that as a team, we are all so super comfortable explaining this. Do we have any questions? Because I don't see what happened to the chat area. Yes, you do not? Okay, good question, Melissa. So at this particular 5 cycle bonus, you just have to be a consultant, okay? You don't have to be a manager or a director or an executive. The 5 cycle bonus, you just need to be a consultant. And you must be a consultant the week before. Okay, guys? And the reason for that is that sometimes we have people that'll kind of come in and out. So maybe they were active and they're ordering and they were a consultant at one time. Then they one of their U+2 drops off. And so they keep banking volume on the other side. And then, you know, again, January comes around and say, oh, New Year's resolution, let me do this, let me get healthy. Oh, my sister wants to do it with me again. So they enroll a family member, and all of a sudden, all the volume that they've been holding onto, bang, can make the 5 cycles. If they were not a consultant the week before, they do not get the 5 cycle bonus, okay? So just to clarify, you must be a consultant the week prior. Be in activity. Again, Isagenix is rewarding people who are in activity, you guys, right? That's what we're doing here. We don't want to reward the people that are sitting back and once in a while do stuff, they get rewarded, but not with these bigger bonuses, okay? I hope that makes sense. Let me just make sure I got all of the chat. Yes, please highlight the hundreds. The hundreds are so important. Yes. Okay, perfect. So, in order to create a situation where now we're going to really get to 1 star and we're going to cycle 10 times, you have to understand that you really have made some real inroad here in building your organization. You're building out the right and the left. You're helping the people that you've brought in. Now, just kind of a side note, guys, because I'm always curious. I had to personally enroll when I first started, and I was out of the gate, and I'm talking to everybody that has a pulse. I had to personally enroll about 25 people before 10 of them saw the vision of finding their 2 buddies. Not even like the business vision, just like you need your U+2. Who's your U+2? Who's your U+2? Just 10, but I had to personally enroll 25.
get rid of intra-abdominal fat, what we call the deep fat. If we can reduce obesity, we can get rid of a lot of morbidities associated therewith, including.
Who's that chatting? Let me stop the screen share. I don't know if that's Brant. That might sound like you chatting. Did you want to say something, honey? I don't know. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, right? It sounded like Brant explaining something to somebody. No? Okay.
Whoever has the iPhone, Danielle.
I don't know. Okay, no problem. No big deal, guys. So we can go back to the screen share, right? Okay, so in order to get the one star rank advancement, $1,000, guys, you've got to really understand that you're building your structure. And I'll never forget, take it from just the small to really the big. I never forget the first time I met Jimmy Smith, and he came for Lisa to New Jersey, and he did a presentation. We were very, very new. I don't even think I was 2 months in this. Mark was in the middle of chemo. Mark looked like a skeleton, and he met Eric Hoover that night. Eric Hoover came in, and Jimmy Smith came in, and Jimmy presented. And I'll never forget Jimmy Smith said, you guys, you're going to start the right and the left legs, and what's going to happen is they're going to be like, imagine train tracks, and you've got this giant black freight engine train, engine, like your Thomas the Train, and it is rolling down those right track, and it is rolling down that left track. So many people are eating this food. So many people are feeling better. So many people are sharing that these two train tracks are running, and you could never stop them. It's impossible to stop the growth once you get it going and you get that engine moving and you get it in momentum. But this is what it's going to take, you guys. It's going to take not only getting your 5 on the left and 5 on the right, because again, remember, we're rewarded for upfront bonuses, but we're doing that to build a residual income. And as they reward you for a 5-cycle bonus, and they reward you for going 1 star, which is your team cycling 10 times, you keep building. Those tracks are getting longer, and those tracks are getting, wider and longer and bigger and deeper. And you're imagining in your mind that those giant freight trains are going down 2 tracks. You are never going to be able to stop it, because it's going to continue to grow. You might be the little engine that could right now with your 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. But what I want you to realize is this is why we're doing this. And this bonus schedule is rewarding you for all of that effort. So you're making the hundreds along the way. You're going to receive that big $1,000 bonus. When I was doing this, I had a mantra: crystal by Christmas, crystal by Christmas, crystal by Christmas. And I damn well got to Crystal Executive by December 21st. And I had my 1-star bonus and my team cycled 10 times. And it was only that extra money plus that $1,000 for hitting Crystal Executive, plus the $1,000 for going 1 star. That's what saved me that Christmas, you guys, because those bills rolled in January. Mark was in the middle of chemo, not working, and I was like, that was how we ate and went through Christmas. Those 2 bonuses and that money that came along with it. So I am such a big proponent of getting those bonuses and getting it done. So you must be an executive to get that 1-star bonus. Do not miss it, you guys. If your team cycles 10 times, well, that's amazing, right? But if you're not an executive, you got to get to executive to get the 1-star bonus. So again, you want to keep, whatever you have to do to say to yourself, like, that's like I have a job and I just decided not to take the 3 weeks vacation that they're offering me. Don't leave the money on the table. Okay. Same for all product users. Okay, anyway, we know the stats, guys. Out of every 100 people, what are we gonna have? We're gonna have product users, we're gonna have people that see the vision. It's just enrolling more people. And for some reason, the higher powers at B have decided Melissa needs a lot of practice with some product users. I don't know, there's no explanation for it. However, Elizabeth Burke-Beatty, and I don't know if she's been texting me here. Yeah, she has been. I don't think she's on this with us. she does a great job. And there's some other people who really do a great job using this 5-point touch system where you really keep in touch with those product users to help make it an easy transition to convert to sharing. And she does a great job at that, and she's had some success with that. And honestly, we all have. It's like all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, a product user is calling saying, okay, I have these 2 people, what do I do? I'm just letting you help them, which is just a pleasure. That's great. So there's no kind of no rhyme or reason for it, but you can be proactive in showing and in following up how much you take pride in teaching people the U+2 system so they can eat for free. And they've been such a loyal product user, and I'd love to teach you that at some point. Or I'd love to just, ask you for some referrals when it's appropriate. So if you're putting that dress on for the wedding and people are going to see you on Saturday night, make sure you kind of keep your ears open, because if someone's asking you, I'd really love referrals. So, there's definitely language and there's coaching that we can do around how to help those product users just feel more comfortable, to get that $50 consultant bonus, right? And then again, you guys, as your organization is building out, you'll do 2-star, which is 20 cycles per week. 3-star jumps to 40 cycles per week, okay? And again, you're looking at this structure as if you were, taking a job at a company, and you are taking this and they're giving you a bonus. And you're like, this is interesting. I get a sign-on bonus. But in Isagenix, you do get a sign-on bonus, and it's a freaking whopping $10,500. And many people that are not even aware that this exists. So I try to do a good job, you guys, of saying that to people. Like, I don't know if you've ever taken a job or looked at a package, or had to look, but this is what we offer, kind of as your sign-on bonus. And there's just different, different benchmarks you're going to reach. If you reach them, not only are they paying you this, but in the meanwhile, your cycles are growing, and that's kind of that residual piece, that's the underlying and the long-term money that comes along with building a global consumer network with no walls. So this is a great sheet to have printed out. This is something you want to sit with people. You want to show them, like, this is a $10,500 bonus. If you'd really like to understand what do these things mean, I'm happy to well-versed in sharing it with you. And I'm going to hold your hand, and you get to partner with me. You get to be tethered to my hip so that you can reach all of these things right alongside of me. And I'm going to help you the whole way. You don't have to do these things on your own. And we're going to print out this. We're going to print out this. And we're just going to start right here. And I'm going to teach you each step of the way. How do you get that bonus? So that's kind of how we do it here at Isagenix. And it's eat it, love it, share it. And this is the money that goes along with when you do that. So let's open it up for questions, guys. Is there anything that I didn't, is there things that I didn't cover? Is there things that we have questions about? Is there verbiage we want to talk about? That's kind of really all I have to say about that. Show us what that is, babe. Donna?
This is a worksheet that I found in all of my paperwork, and I love using this now because it's got the boxes and it lets people draw up themselves so that you can show them, like on this corner here, fill in the bonuses, they fill in their names, and it gives a little bit difference than what they show us. But this was by Isagenix, and I don't know where I got it, but I went and made a whole bunch of copies.
Okay, Donna, let's do a scan and an upload to Team Evolution, if you can.
Okay.
And if you can just also do an upload, just do a quick scan. And Jordan thinks she knows where it came from. It came from the launch party kit. Can somebody just check that out? And then we'll have Heidi put a PDF of it on the isadreamteam.com.
That'd be great. Okay.
I do it on a pad. I'm doing the same thing, but that's really nice. That's a really nice, and that's actually even a really nice thing for me to do at my Monday night. We don't have a Super Saturday. We have a Motivational Monday. I couldn't get the Saturday, but Donovan's coming Monday night. So that would be a nice worksheet to hand out in the room.
Right.
Anybody else? Who else? Does anybody explain things a little bit differently that I didn't, did a verbiage that I didn't use that you find helpful?
Danielle, what I highlighted here we're always talking about action. Action is the continuous action that you're taking. But I love the word you used before, it's behavior, because I firmly believe the behavior is what's going to drive the action. So we need to have that behavior first to continue. So what you said before is like, I don't know, maybe Melissa needs to do something differently that she didn't find consultants in the 30s. And that's because it's the behavior. Even though I knew what I had to do and I was taking action on it, using certain key words. And not that I didn't believe in the product. I love the product. Not that I believe it didn't work. It does work. But I don't remember if it was at one of our team powwows that we had at the last April meeting at her house, where she said, and I never did this, but I started doing this with my last 3, and they're looking for people to sign up so they can get to it. This is what we do. When you sign up for a package, you automatically sign up for Isagenix Body Challenge. You automatically sign up for Healthy Body and Mind, and everyone comes in with 2 people. So when you're saying that, it's like, oh, if everyone else is doing that, let them now start practicing that behavior versus the action. I like that key word of behavior.
I can explain it also this way, Melissa, 100%. And just to back you up, some of the training that I've done in 2016, all the training with Tony Robbins, when you do Unleash the Power, his partner trains and coaches, Joseph McClellan III. And he does a whole sequence on you're manifesting what it is you want. That's the behavior you exhibit. And you act as if it's already done. Okay, so you're already putting that out in the universe. So it's as if, and he uses a really cute thing. It's like, it's a done deal. It's like, I was like, Crystal by Christmas, it's a done deal. The universe already knows that's what's happening for me. That's what I'm manifesting. It's a done deal. So when you approach the person and you're encouraging them, we teach groups of 3. We teach a U+2 buddy system. It's a done deal. You're going to find your 2 buddies. You're going to go to work on Monday. You're going to find 2 girls that want to do this with you. That's a done deal. It's like I'm not asking them. It's almost like I'm telling them. Now, if they decide to do it or they're very resistant, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying, Melissa? But my posture is, I already see you as a new consultant in my business, and I don't mean it like in my business because I need you to get me to executive. I just mean it like I do a really good job of teaching people how to eat for free and enjoy that. So it's a done deal. You're going to have 2 friends that want to do it with you. Absolutely. Done deal. And that whole twisting that around, that helped me so much. In the beginning of last year, I was like, Dad, I'm so that way about other things in my life. Why can't I be that way about this? Right? Because you're that way with so many things with the kids or with but you can be that way about this. There's no why not?
Hey Danielle, it's Jordan.
I can't see you, babe. Where are you?
I know I'm in my car.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to say, Melissa, I love what you just shared. And, too, and this is something I started implementing this week. And this week in our organization, we just have so much going on and it's so exciting. And something that I've started implementing too is, kind of like what Danielle was saying, I kind of direct them to the next thing. And the next thing is sign up for IsaBody. The next thing is find your 2 buddies. And it's just, giving people something in bite-sized pieces. And something that Danielle said, say cheese. No, I'm joking. Something that Danielle said in one of her other Freedom Friday calls that I loved. And forgive me if you've already said it in this. Like I said, I was driving, so you may have said it this time. But something that I loved is that when we are talking to people, and this is something I started doing too, is when you promote to Crystal Manager, this is the level that you're going to start eating for free consistently. When you promote to Crystal director or director, this is your part-time income level. And when you promote to executive, 1-star, this is your, potentially your full-time income. And so having people breaking it down like that, I find that people can relate to that a little bit more and connect it to maybe what they're looking for. And maybe, that, or they can even see a larger picture of just, U+2. So I loved, I don't know if you said that on this call, but I know you said that in the past. And when I talked to people, I started implementing that, and it just created a really nice, it connected people a little bit more to the comp plan. So I loved that.
I like that, Jordan. And I'm sorry, I never heard you say it that way, Danielle, because when we're asking people questions of what do you want to get out of this, those that are looking at it from a business, because most of the people we're talking to already have a job. So is it eat for free? Okay, then we direct them initially on that manager part. But if they want another part-time job, I love the way you broke it down in this sense of eat for free, part-time or full-time, and how do you get there, depending on what their answer is. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And guys, they're really, you guys know, I always say this, there's no trick to this. If you know this information, the more people you tell it to, you can never, the right information, what do they say? What's the saying, you guys? That never falls on the wrong people. What's that?
You can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
Yeah, Debbie, you know what I was trying to get out of my tongue. So I find that many of us know this stuff. You could explain the PIBs, you could explain the rank advancement, you can understand how to get that 820, but you're not showing it to enough people. And Lynn had said something on the first 10 to the top that really resonated with April, and April keeps sharing it in our 10 to the top thread. Say less to more people. Say less. Show people how to get this 820, the upfront bonuses. Show people, show people, show people. Just say that, again, and then you could get to the part-time director, and you could get full-time kind of executive and plus, and create Lynn Hagedorn and Lisa DeMayo, 7-figure income per year is kind of down the road, global entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. But stay with me now. We just want to learn how to eat for free. But if you can just have that conversation with more people, that's how I think, your 10 to the top run is going to really accelerate, because you're looking for that board of directors. And if you're looking for that board of directors, if someone approached me, I want to see you want me to be on the board of directors. I'm going to have to do some work. What do I get compensated for this work? So I think that many of us have the ideas in our head, or we know this on paper, but verbally really need to make sure we're telling more people. So that's all I have for today, you guys. You can find this recording on the ISA Dream Team calendar. Join us next week for the next little piece of the puzzle, and cumulatively over these weeks, we're going to lock and load on freedom and how to create freedom financially in your life using the network marketing model in the isogenic structure to create your residual income, building a financial wall of freedom around your family. Good? All good?
Good, thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Danielle.
Have a great Friday,
Okay.
everybody.
Thank you.
Okay.